All right, guys. Ubisoft just went off the air on their press conference about 10 minutes ago or so. Um, my overall reaction to the press conference is I liked it. It was pretty good. I'm going to run down through what they showed. Um, they didn't really show as many titles as EA did. Of course, EA only showed conceptual prototypes. So the one thing I did like about Ubisoft's press conference was the fact that they showed gameplay for all their games. Every game they showed gameplay, which is awesome. Um, so they kicked things off with Far Cry 4. Um, Looks like we have another crazy badass villain. um, Kind of reminded me of the Joker a little bit. Um, Maybe not laughter or anything like that, but sort of like the Dark Knight Joker, where he's just a little crazy. Shoot, stop, shoot, stop. Do these words sound the same to you? And then he used the Joker's pen move, bow, and just whooped that guy's ass. And then he went crazy. He said he got blood on his shoe. Was all pissed off over that. Took a selfie with the guy, and then he's gonna blow the shit out of everything, I guess he said. Dude, what was with the monkey at the beginning of that trailer, right? I mean, animal cruelty. First, the lady slaps the monkey in the head, and then I think I saw the monkey fly her over through the bus, get shot, and just get blasted out the windows. God damn. Far Cry does not like monkeys, obviously, but again, it looks like another solid title, Far Cry title. I'm still trying to play Far Cry 3, honestly. I'm trying to get through that game, but there's just so much crap I gotta play. I'll get it done before Far Cry 4 gets out. This summer, when we've got a lull, I'll get that underway. The next game, Just Dance 2015, because I'm happy. Yeah, that's all I have to say about that. But then they had the second game, Just Dance Now, where you dance with your phone. Um, I'm not into the dance scene or anything like that. I hate Kinect games because they never work properly. They never register your movements right. But I gotta say, I was semi-impressed by the technology that they're using with that Just Dance Now app, where you can play across devices, no latency, and so I think that's a cool piece of tech there. Not going to deny them that. Then we saw a very somber trailer for Tom Clancy's The Division. I think we've seen everything that we're going to see with The Division in terms of, high-level detail. I'm tired of watching CG trailers. I'm tired of watching, all these trailers. It's time to get the game out. It's starting to turn into Watchdog mode, where it's been talked about for 2 years now, so it's time to rock and roll on that thing. Then they showed off the one racing game that I was blanking on in my previous reaction, The Crew. That was the one that I was thinking of. That was another one of the racing games that was just sort of flooding the market with racing games. But I guess there's going to be a beta for that game in July. So you just got to go to thecrewgame.com/beta and get your beta. Get your beta on. And that game has a November 11th release date. Then they showed a lot more with Assassin's Creed Unity. Showed both a really awesome CG trailer and a lot more gameplay. Basically, the game takes place during the French Revolution. We saw that the game incorporates 4-player co-op, which is pretty cool. Then they showed you how the open world sort of changes as you're going through it. So basically, side missions just sort of like flare up at you as you're trying to get your main mission finished. I thought it was cool that I think I saw a murder mystery quest in there. That's pretty cool premise. So yeah, I'm stoked for Assassin's Creed. It, just as long as it doesn't get to the point where it's like Call of Duty, fatigue. But as of right now, I haven't really hit that, and so I'm ready for Assassins. Then we saw Shape Up, and I went and got more supper. That's all I got to say about that, because again, it's another fitness game. I am not against fitness. Actually, about a month and a half ago, I started working out religiously. Doing more protein shakes, all the nutritious stuff you're supposed to do. I've lost 10 pounds in a month. So I'm not averted to that at all. And I wish they could come out with a fitness game that was badass. But the simple fact is that the tech just doesn't work. The Kinect does not work. I've tried to use Kinect on like Biggest Loser, Active, all that stuff in the past, and I'm not impressed at all. It never like registers my movements correctly, even when I'm doing it exactly correctly. So I'm not sold on any fitness game whatsoever. And quite frankly, any game that has to do with Kinect, I'm not sold on it. And I think the mass majority of the gaming community agrees with me on that point. Then we saw an announcement trailer for Valiant Hearts, which I guess is from the people that made Rayman. I was sort of making jokes on Twitter where it's basically Call of Rayman, because complete with the dog. But again, it looked kind of like a somber trailer as well. Not too. I mean, it's like a 2D stylized game. Not sure like how the gameplay is going to work out, because it seemed just like sort of like a trailer and just sort of like a comics strip basically. So not sure how gameplay is going to work on that, but it's interesting. I think it's something to keep tabs on at least. And then the big reveal, Rainbow Six Siege, yeah. Holy crap, dude. Like, I remember playing the first ever Rainbow Six games on PC, and, those were, for their time, they were epic. But, holy hell. Dude, all those things you were doing, the repelling, the tactics with the camera drones, and then when they started blowing the hell out of all the walls, and like you were like ripping cover away, completely destructible environments. Like, oh, I'm gonna go make a door in a new door in the living room, and then he like the enemies in the basement, and he blows up the freaking floor and just shoots down in through the floor. I mean, that's next gen, baby. That is next gen. So that was sweet. I am stoked for Rainbow Six Siege. I cannot wait to see that. And that was pre-alpha. So, they're not done building that game. And that game already looks amazing. So yeah, that was essentially it. That wraps it up. So not as many announcements, but you know what? I almost like that more, because the projects that Ubisoft brings out, I mean, like, when you have gameplay like that all the time, you pretty much know that, the project's solidified, you're going to get it out. With EA's stuff earlier, I don't know whether those projects are going to come to fruition or not. Half these projects, if you project them too far out, a lot of them get canned. I mean, take, and this isn't EA, but take, for example, like Last Guardian. I think Last Guardian for Sony was so far in the future, and now look at it. It's just like a running joke. I don't like it whenever they bring out these conceptual prototypes, because, you may never get that. So essentially, you can chalk that game up to might come out, maybe. That's why I don't put a lot of faith in that. So that was my big bugaboo with the EA press conference. But Ubisoft, not as many not as many new announcements. I'll say that. But hey, we got to see Far Cry 4 in-game footage. The Just Dance games I could care less about, but they were announced. The Division we've seen. The Crew we saw last year. Assassin's Creed is Assassin's Creed. Shape Up, nobody cares. Valiant Hearts was new. And Rainbow Six Siege was new. So basically, Far Cry 4's gameplay, Valiant Hearts, and Rainbow Six Siege are the big announcements that came out of Ubisoft's press conference. Everything else was somewhat known, with just like minor details revealed about certain games. So I give them a B+. They could have had probably more content. Maybe more projects going on, but you know, these are their top franchises. Rainbow Six, Far Cry, and Assassin's Creed are their 3 top franchises. So, yeah, I'm not. I definitely thought they did a better job than EA. I definitely think they did a better job than EA. I'll say that much. And Microsoft so far is the best of the day. Now, that only leaves Sony left here at 9 p.m. about an hour and a half away, and you know, they're usually the longest press conference. Sometimes they take 2 hours to do a press conference. It can be 11 o'clock by the time they're done, Eastern time here. And you know, honestly, my notes for Sony, I didn't have very many, you know, other than PlayStation Now. Hopefully we're going to get a lot more details on PlayStation Now. And hopefully they're going to announce Uncharted 4, but really we don't know much going into the PlayStation press conference, unless they have a lot of third-party shit that they're shelling out, sort of like the way Microsoft did it a little bit. Well, you got to think that they have something for the Order 1886. Yeah, well, hey, we'll save that for the Sony press conference. I'll see you back here late night here on the East Coast after that is all said and done. I'm going to have a very late night here. Oh, man, there's just too much stuff on at once here on Monday night. I mean, I'm a religious watcher of Monday Night Raw. Stanley Cup Final Game 3's on, and then you got the Sony press conference. So, unfortunately, I'm probably not going to get to see the hockey game, DVR, and the other thing. And man, too much stuff going on at once, people. Too much stuff going on. But hey, I like it. You know, I'm a big sports guy. I'm a big gamer, and you know, everything's coming together, and I love it. So, yeah, B+ for Ubisoft. I'll see you after the Sony press conference. Keep it tuned here to Downtown Network for further coverage here of E3, and also I'll catch you tomorrow as well after the Nintendo Direct. I can't believe I'm actually going to watch that thing, but I might as well. Yeah, hey, keep it tuned in here, and thanks for watching.